Hello. I know it has been a while since I posted. Um, but I'm back and I want to talk about weed addiction, not in like a you're ruining your life kind of way, or not in like, oh my God, weed is the devil kind of way. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm not trying to like scare you straight or throw some bullshit in your face and be like, so stop. Because I get it, because I just recently stopped going California sober, as they call it. um, so I've been there, man. I'm sorry, that's so stupid. Oh my God. But I didn't start because I was like, oh, I'm so depressed. I'm gonna smoke weed or whatever. I started because I know someone else who did. Someone I was really close to. We were 24/7, you're mine. That's how it was. Um, so it was just something we did. It was just normal. It was like this is my lifestyle. It wasn't like this is a drug. Would you like to do meth with me maybe after this? No. That was not it. It was just, hey man, this will make you chill. And chill I did get. So that worked. But it became part of my routine before I even had a routine. Before I knew how to separate what I liked from what I was just copying because that was what people did. It wasn't just something that I tried, it became something that I did regularly, very heavily, a lot, without really ever taking a minute to be like, hey man, what am I doing? And it didn't feel like a problem because weed's not really like a problem drug. Sure, it's like still like what, federally illegal, but in most states, I don't even know if it's most states, but in the state I live in, it's legalized. So yippee. People were like back in the day, they're like, oh, it's the gateway drug, but then it just became what people did. I'm gonna go smoke weed with Barack Obama, like who hasn't? Just right next to weed on the same tier. Speed. Tons of speed. No. Amphetamines and weed are not the same thing. Very, very different, obviously. So, obviously you're not wrecking your life, you're still getting things done, for the most part. You're not overdosing. You're not like tweaking in the middle of the streets. You're just chill. You're just high. But what people don't talk about is how easy it is to just have that become your like default, where being sober feels wrong. Like I got to a point where I didn't even want to be in my body anymore if I wasn't high because I liked the dissociation, I liked the floaty, fun little feeling, and I liked the distance it gave me from the things around me. I liked that I was separate from my surroundings, but the thing is that then I also felt separate from myself. So, but, eventually that distance between everything stopped being optional. I was dissociated for weeks, not just like, oh, I was zoning out for a bit. I mean, I would look at my own hands and it felt like they weren't mine. Like, I felt like anything I touched, my hands were just going to phase through the object because my consciousness was separate from my body. I was in here, but I wasn't out here. So I just felt like if I, like, all right, I didn't go through it, but I swear to God, I thought I would have. I was, because of that weird feeling, my vision would look like when you're in Minecraft and you turn the FOV higher, and it just like the screen just gets warped and you start questioning everything. Not in Minecraft. Well, maybe if you're like really bad at it. I'm I'm kind of bad at Minecraft, but I'm really bad at games because they give me anxiety. I was watching my life through a foggy window, just floating, and I'd wake up, I'd hit it. I'd go to bed, still be hitting it, that I might as well be falling asleep with that in my mouth. That's what she said. I'm hilarious. I know. I know. I'm so funny. I'm so funny. I'm so hilarious. But seriously, days, weeks, no breaks, no thoughts, no awareness. And the part that really sucks is that it doesn't really look like addiction from the outside because you're still functioning. You still have a job. You might still have friends. You're still getting things done. And you look fine and you think you're fine until one day you're sober and it hits you and you don't even know what you like anymore and you don't remember the last time you felt something fully. And your brain is just slow, dull. You're not curious, you're not excited, but you're really tired because you've been carrying yourself on like 1% for this past month. So, you know what you're gonna do? Hey man, you know what I think would solve that? More weed? You must be out of your mind. You're insane. Mm-mm. You can't be doing that. I did that. You're not Snoop Dogg. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I think I was great? I felt a lot of things. I felt a lot of things. Didn't really go much further than that. That was it. I felt everything, but I felt nothing. And it was so much. It was so much. And I didn't know what I was doing. I should have stopped. I was told to stop. People were like, hey man, you're eating just like your brother because my brother, listen, he's been a stoner for years. He's like almost 30. I'm 18, freshly 18. Maybe not great to be compared to a 30, almost 30-year-old stoner. Hey, that's not me. You don't see me making pizzas or dubstep. I can't mix music. Maybe if I made pizzas, I'd figure out how, because he does both of those. I feel like maybe that was better with context. I'm just not making any sense now, am I? I'm sorry. I come back and I'm just incoherent. But I have so much energy and I feel very different. That is true. I feel very different, but I feel better, you know? I've been recovering from my little eating disorder that's what we started on here with. Hey guys, eating disorders suck. This isn't even what this video is about. Anyways, you realize after you've been sober that you've been choosing dissociation over reality, not because you're cool or rebellious, but out of habit, out of boredom, out of dependency. And the high doesn't even feel good anymore, it just feels necessary. Because being sober feels like you're missing something, like something's off. Like the background noise is gone, and all you can hear are your own thoughts. And I'm not a huge fan of my own little thoughts. Oh my god, I'm killing myself. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. But I said it, so arrest me. But yeah, quitting sucked. It felt weird for a while. It felt like a raw nerve with no blanket. I didn't know how to sit with the silence, but I'd rather be uncomfortable in my real life than numb in a loop that isn't fun. Plant a tree, that'd be really cool, a nice mulberry tree, and then you can get like little silk moths. No, like the caterpillars, they eat those, but then the moths, they don't. They don't eat anything, the adults, no. But the caterpillars, they love mulberry leaves. So that's a new pet you should get. That's a great idea. Stop smoking weed, get a moth, a little caterpillar, and then raise it into a moth. When they hatch, it's so fun. Okay, I need to shut up. What am I doing? But anyways, that's it. That's all I had to say. There's no lecture, there's no healing arc to this. It's all just an experience. That's the moral of the story. You'll get out of it eventually. You have to eventually. You'll have to stop yourself, even if that's not today.